Greetings YouTube. So it is Farmer Ross here at Misty Moon Farms, and we are installing our drip tape for the season. And I was starting a drip tape system completely from scratch, and I got on YouTube and I didn't find a lot of really good sources just making it simple, explaining drip tape. So I wanted to make a quick video and explain maybe someone who's just getting into farming how they can easily set up a drip tape system for their farming operation. So we're in the greenhouse here, and we got drip tape underneath all of this plastic. And let's see here, these are heirloom tomatoes. And a few basics. One, you want to have a pressure regulator. So whatever your water source is, if you're coming off of a hose, if you're coming off of a well, or wherever you're getting your water from, you want to know what the pressure is there. And it's typically 50 to 60 psi if you're getting it from like hooking it up to the house or something, but it could be a lot less. And then you need to know what the specs are for your drip tape. So they're probably going to be around 30 psi, maybe 20 psi. I think they can get lower, but that'll be easy when you're buying your drip tape. That'll be information that you can easily find. So you want to know the water pressure that you have coming out of whatever your source is, and then you want to know what the requirements are for your drip tape, and then you want to match those. So more than likely your source PSI is going to be higher than your drip tape PSI. And then they sell pressure regulators for those. They're very easy to install. They just screw in one side of like a hose or a fitting, and then produces another side, and it has like this little filter looking thing on it. And you can buy those at your local irrigation supply store or online. It's just called a pressure reducer. So that way you'll know what the pressure is coming into your drip lines, and you'll have it and it won't blow out any lines. So that's very important. And if you're traveling a great distance, it's almost a non-point, but if you're traveling a great distance, there could be consideration for the distance traveled changing the PSI. So it's obviously going to reduce pressure the further away you get from the water source. So to test that, you can get the pressure regulator or the pressure measurer at the end of the fittings, so where you're actually going to be hooking up your drip tape or your overhead even for that matter. So you get the pressure there where it's hooking up, not 200 feet away at the water source. But again, if that didn't make sense, or you probably don't have to worry about that. Anyways, so that's the basics of it. And then you just install the drip tape. We have PVC here. You'll probably be working with PVC. They also make like hoses, like 2-inch hoses that are pretty cool. And with those, you can buy products that poke directly into the hose, and then you can screw a fitting like this on to the hose. So you can either use PVC or a hose, and you can find all those parts. We use DripWorks. There are places online, or you can go to your local irrigation supply store, and they can more than likely help you with all that as well. So you're going to need the pressure regulator. You're going to need a way to get the water from the source to where you want to run the drip line. And then of course you'll need the drip line. You'll need the attachments. So these guys, these are really cheap. There's plastic valves. You turn them on or off. Yeah, it's very hard to turn. So you'll need those. And then you just stake it down where you want it to go. So here we're obviously doing the tomatoes, and we have them staked. Since we're inside under plastic, we don't have weather really moving them around. So we have them staked probably about every 10 feet. And when you stake them down, you want to be careful that you don't pinch them. So let me go to an example here. Here we go. All right, so you can see the drip tape here. And then here's the stake, and it's just like a U. You push it down over it, it keeps it from going side to side. And you want to make sure that you don't push it so far down that it's pressing up against the top. That would not be good. It would block the flow. The way that drip tape works is you see the lines on the drip tape, the two blue lines. those are indicating the upside. There are valves here. I think we have 8 inchers here, if I'm not mistaken. We have 8-inch valves. Every 8 inches we have a source that water comes out, and you want it facing up because that's going to prevent clots. And I also think it gives a better water disbursement. Gives a better water disbursement because it has to come down, drip down, and then gets out a little bit more. So that's the way you want to install your drip tape. For ending your drip tape, I don't know what the maximum distance is you can go on drip tape. That might be an interesting question. I think those are actually on the packages as well, based on your pressure and everything. We got 60-foot beds here, and we use typical 5/8 is the standard thickness for this kind of drip tape. And you order it in big spools. I recommend getting the big spools. You can see down there, right there. We'll walk over there. Let me show you this first. This is the ending cap. These are the more expensive ones. And then you can just open them up and flush them out at the end of the season. For any gunk that gets in there, you take off this end cap, turn it on, and sends water, flushes out any dirt that's gotten in there. They also make like figure-8 ones where you fold it back on itself. Those are going to be cheaper, probably just as effective. This is just what we had. This is the spool of drip tape here. Yeah, 2,000 feet. And some people say it's 1 season, but since ours is covered with the landscaping fabric, I'm going to guess that we're going to get multiple seasons out of it. And I'm not going to go into the benefits of drip tape. If you're watching this video, you already know the benefits, and you want to do it, and you want to know how to do it. So, all right, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I get notifications, or you can email me at rossdeotte, ROSSDEOTTE, at gmail.com. And yeah, hope you're having a great day, and hope you learned something, and happy growing. Ciao, baby.